A Plaguelands Media production.
Oh, hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media, bringing you another book review in our Plaguelands Media Horror October Fantastique. Today, well, this one was chilling. This was a seriously tough read for me. I'm a huge fan of horror, but this one went above and beyond. This one chilled me to the fucking core. And I really was shaken when I finished it. Don't really know how to describe, excuse me. Wow. I'm talking, of course, about R.L.Stine's Goosebumps book, Let's Get Invisible. If the title sounds stupid, don't worry. I've been humming it to myself ever since I started reading this thing. Let's get invisible, visible. I wanna get invisible. Let's get invisible. Anyway, this is the first Goosebumps book that I've ever read. I was a huge fan of horror when I was growing up, but I was a little old when Goosebumps first started coming out. I thought the idea was fantastic, young adults or preteen horror novels, and found this, believe it or not, at the university where I work at, and picked it up, thought I'd read it and review it for Horror October. So I'm about to give you my thoughts on Goosebumps, Let's Get Invisible. All right, let's get straight into the next horror episode of straight away, I am not the target audience for this book. I am aware of Goosebumps. I have been aware of Goosebumps. I've seen the movies. Love the movies, actually. I thought they were great fun. And if you just look at this cover and the title, Let's Get Invisible, you'd think this is fucking stupid. But I am going to tell you now, I freaking loved this thing. This book was awesome. And I'm not saying that ironically. I genuinely really did love this book. Okay, what is the plot of Let's Get Invisible? Our main character, Max, he is the narrator. On his 12th birthday, he has some friends over, Erin, April, Zach, and of course his younger brother, Lefty. That's not his name, but he's the only person in the family who is left-handed. Huge foreshadowing plot point right there. They go up to the attic and of Max's house, and they find a hidden room with a mirror in it, and when Max pulls the chain, there's a light on top of the mirror. Max pulls the chain, he turns invisible. That is it. The kids want to see how long that they can stay invisible for, because when you go invisible, you start to kind of feel weird and dizzy and whatnot. So they start to kind of mess around with this thing, and they decide to have a competition to see who can stay invisible the longest. And that's when the shit hits the fan. Now, I'm pretty much just going to spoil this thing because it's a fucking Goosebumps novel and whatever. First off, I'm just going to say there are a lot of missed opportunities here. Pretty much all of the action takes place in and around Max's house and his neighbor's house. There is at one point, Max's dog, Whitey, gets turned invisible. That could have been a lot of fun, having to chase down the invisible dog through the house without Max's mother knowing that. Never happens, but whatever. Max discovers that there are people inside the mirror who want to take over. So Zach, for example, comes out of being invisible at one point, and Max notices that his hair has changed. Where his hair was short on one side, long on the other, it's the opposite. It's the same with his friend Erin and her smile. And ultimately, he goes into the mirror only to be confronted by his mirror self, and he manages to escape. The reflection versions of Zach and Aaron kind of want him to switch with his reflection, so they kind of force him back into the mirror. Inside the mirror, there's all of these souls that have been trapped in there, so you get the idea that this thing's been around for a while, and reflective versions of themselves are running out in the real world. And ultimately, Max manages to escape, and his brother comes up and throws a softball. There's a thing with a softball through the whole book, and smashes the mirror, and that forces the mirror people back into the mirror and his friends back out of the mirror. But ultimately, Max realizes that his brother, who was left-handed, is throwing the softball with his right hand. So his real brother is trapped in this broken mirror now, and the reflective version of Lefty is now out of the mirror, and that is how the book ends, which was a fucking twist ending, and I absolutely loved it. Not much more to say about this book. The writing style is simplistic but very well done. I'm a little pissed that this was a franchise that passed me by because I was a little too old for it. I mean, some of these titles: The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena, Egg Monsters from Mars, How I Got My Shrunken Head. I mean, The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. Come on, these would have been right up my alley had I been the right age demographic for this. But you know what? This is a pretty cool fucking novel. Goosebumps by R.L.Stine. Let's Get Invisible. Not a lot to say about this one, but I really did enjoy this. I thought I wouldn't. I thought I'd be reviewing this as a fucking laugh. Ah ha ha, this is so stupid. It's a fucking kid's book. No, this was a really decent little preteen horror novel. So, not much to say. There you go. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button if you enjoyed the video. Follow us on Facebook. We have a Twitter account, Plaguelands01. You can follow us on Facebook. You can go check out our Kickstarter campaign, Loki the Conqueror. It's Plaguelands Media's first Kickstarter campaign. 8 days to go. Get in on the ground floor. You will not be disappointed. But until then, stay safe. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And please go and read a fucking horror book, people.